Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Data Driven Decisions. This is part 3 of this HR project that I'm working on. Just a small, simple sample dashboard that I'm building off of human resources data, just random data that I found online off Kaggle. Today, we're going to work in some BigQuery and show you some data transformations that we're going to do. Just kind of bounce off of BigQuery and Looker to formulate this dashboard. Where we left off, we just left off exploring the data in the kitchen of Looker, which is the Explore realm. I just was showing all of the key dimensions by the simple row count or count of people in the company. Today, we're going to work towards building a dashboard and doing data transformation as Looker, making LookML changes, just all of that combined. Now that we've really created the pipeline from the input table to the input or the output of Looker, now we can work all across the accretive steps to build this out. Everything's open in that realm. So let me share my screen. So this is where we left off in Looker. We're in the Explore realm. This is the Explore that we built off of the LookML. This project only consists of one table, HR data Savanna out, and an Explorer is built off of it right here, just a simple Explorer saying what's the fact table, and that's this lone table. There's no other dim tables to join in. And, here's the kitchen of Looker. This is where dashboard tiles get built. I can show you that right away. Let's find a plot that we know will want to be on the front page using just the simple row count or people count. That would be termination flag. I think that's something we'd want to see. So in the edit panel, we can make changes to it. But for now, let's just add it to the dashboard. I like to just add it right away. Let's create a new dashboard. Where do we put it? Let's put it in my folder, user, find myself, and give it a name, HR data Savanna. All right, let's create a new tile for the dashboard realm of Looker. All right, let's go into my folder. HR data Savanna. All right, here's a single dashboard that we just built. This is going to be the main dashboard of which we're going to work off of. Right now, it just consists of a single tile, the one we just uploaded. And, we can go through the process now of adding to this dashboard to make a home page. And that's what we'll work on right now. But let's go back to BigQuery. I really do want to make some changes to the SQL. And let me show you that. So first things first, I want for this view right here, this is going to be the first data transformation table we make. I just want the list of all the fields. Let's go into the CSV file. This gives me all of field names. And then we can paste special, transpose. Boom, there they are. All right, let's do a little bit of formatting. Equals space, 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 space. Boom. Oh. And all right, and let's bring that down. But for this one, we're going to add a comma instead of a space. Boom. All right, now let's copy this, paste it right there. All right, that's what I want to see. All of the fields right there given to me. All right, cool. Now I want to make sure the dates are up to recent. Um, I run this right now. If I look at, let's look at some of the dates. Date of hire, sort descending. So this data is from 2018, since that's the last date of hire, 7/9. So that's when the data ends. That's basically probably one of the last dates in the table, but we're going to look across all dates fields to find the last date, and then we're going to find the difference between today and the latest date in the entire data set, and then we're going to add that count of days to every single date field so that the data always looks up to date. And since these are views, every time these queries get run, it's always going to rebuild itself and be built off of the most recent past date or today. So let me show you how that's done. So this is going to be done via a subquery in this table, but let's just work in our own place right now. To do this. So I just want to find the max of every single date field. All right, max date of hire. And I want to make this a columnar table. So date of hire as date field, and then as max date value from, this needs a comma. I'll show you how a columnar. I want a columnar because I'm going to sum across all of them at the end. So if they're spaced out as their own fields, um, doing the max of that would involve a lot of code. I think this is just much easier. So for starters, this is one part of the columnar table, and then everything else is just going to be union to it. So I think it's union all is what I do, and then I just copy this. All right, let's go back into this table, find all the date fields. So DOB, uh, date of birth, DOB, boom, date of hire, last performance review. I think there's other ones. I think I saw termination date. Date of termination. All right, great. That's all the dates. So let's run this bad boy. Let's give it an order by 1, 2. Great. So there's all the max days, last performance date review. So 2019, 28, that's the last date. That's 2068. Can't be possible. Let's do a case when date of birth is greater than, I think it's current date. Then null, obviously not applicable. Else DOB. And we probably have to change that even upstream. All right, date of birth 1992. All right, that sounds better, but this is something we want to add to the raw value. So let's go find DOB and boom, add that right there. All right, we'll have it in two places. Why not? Well, why don't we leave this alone? Let this be our initial data transformation table. Create. I forgot that. So let this, like, data transformation table 1 just be simple. And then I'll introduce subqueries in the second one. So let's copy this, paste that, copy this, paste this, and make this 1, 2. We don't need this. We already did this. And then this will be called 2. This will be called 2. All right. Since this one's gonna this like it's supposed to be, got to do that to here too. This is just how I format SQL. All right. So for this one, let's just run the wireframes. Make sure that everything's good. All right, everything's good. All right. This doesn't need to be done now. Max DOB, and all these are going to be 1 now. Run this. All right, sweet. And let's put this into a subquery. Before we do that, let's make everything in here a dot. It's much easier with the dot. All right, let's add all this. Great, run it. This. All right, great. Now we can add this subquery. Let's finish this though. We gotta select max date as max date value from. This is a subquery from as a. Get rid of the order by. Indent this and run this. All right, so there's a max date. 2019. Where's that coming from? Last performance review date. Okay. So I think that's believable. So let's add this to a subquery. So we're going to left join it. Left join. Well, we're not done yet. Let's finish this. Let's do subquery. Select. From max date value. Let's figure out what the BigQuery date diff between two dates. What's the function? Date diff. I think it's date diff. All right, so date diff max date value, comma, current date, day. What does equal look like? Date diff, day. Okay, so that looks right. Let's see if this works as difference. Let's call it day diff from Let's indent and add this. Oops. So minus 109. So let's put the order. $19.01. All right. So that's what we got to add to every single date field. Add days to date field. Let's find out the function to do this. Date add looks like it's the function. See what it does. Date add, order date, interval. Date add. Well, it's always a. Let's see if it works. So we're going to add it to this as a subquery. Left join, boom, boom, and let's paste it in here. Indent one as B on 1 equals 1. We're just going to join it on every row. And let's bring these two fields in. All right, so they're both in there. Great. Now let's do the date add. So find every date field. So first date field is date of birth. Date add A dot date of birth, boom, and then B dot dateif. B dot dateif as DOB fix. Let's just do it. See both side by side. See how it looks. Run this. Interval expression. Date diff. All right, let's find date of birth. All right, look at that. So it added about 5, 6 years to every date. That's awesome. That's exactly what we want. All right, get rid of this, get rid of that, and let's add it to every single date field. Date of hire. There's one more date right here. Beautiful. All right, let's run the whole project now. And make sure this points to 2. So it's running everything, the whole script. Let's just make sure that they're all coming out in order. Yes, they are. Final table. Now all the date fields are dynamically looking like the most recent data, up-to-date data. I'll show you that in Looker now. Let's refresh this browser. And let's do hire date. Let's do month. Remove. All right, pretty cool. So it looks recent. So the last date is September of 2023. This is a great plot. We certainly want to add this. This is hire count by hire month. So the count of people hired by month. So between 2016 and 2020, there was a lot of growth in this company, but for the past 3 years, not much. Let's add this. Save to an existing dashboard. Go to my folder, and where are you? HR data, Sapana. Refresh this browser. And there's the new tile. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool plot. Let's do some editing to this. At least give it a new title. So hire count by hire month. We really haven't figured out what we're going to do with coloring yet, so let's not worry about that. But right now we got 2 plots in this dashboard. We got, let's give this a better title. Active employees versus terminated employees. All right. So I hope you like seeing that initial transformation of just showing how to move the dates to make them dynamic and more up to date. We made this plot right here, which is hire count by hire month. which is a really nice plot for, for this data. I definitely like that. All right, so that'll do it in today's session. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the next video.